in this video. Reaching Aleix is not my target. I aim for something bigger, says Maverick Vinales. Andrea has a lot to prove, says Razlan Razali as he sets high expectations for Dovi in 2022. Do KTM need a Gigi Dall'Igna of their own to pull them out of the slump? My name is Sankalp and this is your Racing News Fix. Every year, it is normal to see at least a couple of riders switch outfits. But rather than waiting for his contract and the season to end before making the switch, Maverick Vinales took the most scenic route from Yamaha to Aprilia. And this scenic route gave him a unique opportunity to ride the bike for half the season before even starting his actual contract. Speaking about the change in environment, Vinales said, "I feel very good. I know that I have a difficult job ahead of me, but for me it is a wonderful challenge. In Aprilia, I have been welcomed very well and I feel a part of the Aprilia family, and that is something that makes me feel good. Now we have to wait until 2022 to get back to work on the bike." Aleix Espargaro has been leading the development of the RSGP for a long time now, and Aleix reckons Vinales will have to work really hard to reach his level on the Aprilia. Maverick, on the other hand, has his goals set higher than that. Maverick said, "My reference is not really Aleix. I am aiming for something bigger. At the moment, it is going as expected. In the test, you can go as fast as you want, but you only see the truth in the race. And it was good to race right away because this allowed me to understand where I need to improve. Jumping on a new bike, finding yourself competing with a different team during the season is never easy. I wanted to do these races in a very calm way, and I also used them as a test to understand where we need to improve." What do you think? Will Maverick Vinales do better than Aleix Espargaro in 2022? Let's discuss in the comments below. Andrea Dovizioso is now the oldest rider on the grid, and teaming up with the Italian veteran is Darryn Binder jumping directly from Moto3. Razali said that Darryn is a big risk. More details about that are in yesterday's video. You can check it out at the link in the description below. Back to this video. Although Andrea says he is not ready to fight for the title in 2022, Razali has high hopes for him for next year. Razali said, "Andrea has a lot to prove. I think next year he will want to go for it. I don't see the point of him coming back and not trying. We expect Andrea to do well and to fight for the championship. My experience with Andrea is that he is very analytical. He is very clear in what he wants and explaining the problems with the bike. Hence, Yamaha put a lot of emphasis on his comments and feedback. I think they need a different perspective from a different rider, especially an experienced one, and he will contribute to the whole development and also help Darryn at the same time." Over the years, KTM have successfully managed to poach a lot of talented engineers and technicians from Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Aprilia and Ducati. But despite all the technical know-how, a generously large budget and talented riders, 2021 was a season to forget for KTM. Interestingly, Ducati were also in a similar situation in early 2010s, and then Gigi Dall'Igna joined Ducati. They might not have been able to win a rider's title yet, mostly because of a certain number 93, but over the years, Ducati has improved leaps and bounds, and today they have reached a stage where the others are scared of facing them next year already. When asked if KTM also needs someone like that in order to take the leap forwards, Pit Beirer said, "We can do it with the people we have on board. At the moment, we are in a phase of weakness, so I am in a bad position to deny the question of whether we need a Gigi Dall'Igna of our own. I am still convinced that we have a good technical team. Out of nowhere, we have 5 MotoGP wins. This is only possible with excellent technicians in all areas, from the chassis to the engine to the electronics and suspension. But of course, we are not at the border like Ducati often does." KTM CEO Stefan Pierer set clear targets for 2021 at the 2020 season finale in Portimao. He won 3 MotoGP races in 2020 and scored 8 more podiums. With Pol Espargaro, we missed out on 3rd place in the World Championship by only 4 points. That's why we dared to fight for the MotoGP title in 2021. But after the disappointing season, KTM is now forced to act. Now it is rumored that the former Ducati engineer Fabio Sterlacini has been promoted to MotoGP Head of Technology. Together with top technicians, the Technical Management Committee for MotoGP Development has been formed at KTM. Current team manager Mike Leitner will transition into a consultant position, and Pramac Francesco Guidotti, who already played the role of team manager at Red Bull KTM from 2006 to 2009, will return to KTM. He will stay out of the technical decisions and take care of the operational team management. If you made it till here, let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up. To stay up to date on all things MotoGP, hit the subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell. Here are 2 more videos which you might enjoy. My name is Sankalp and I'll be back with another video very soon.